I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make this really fun and really easy to make elastic pencil case. This is a great back to school project and it's also a fantastic gift idea for any time of year. So let's get started. Here are some samples that I have put together already. And I recommend you just go through that old scrap pile that you may have. Your fabric squares are very, very small. So there is a piece of elastic that goes right over the cover of your notebook. The notebook that I am using was from the Dollar Tree store, and guess how much this notebook was? It was $1. So what it came with, it already had a piece of elastic on it. So if you wanted to, you could take this off, do your writing, and then you could just pull this elastic back around over to the top. So as I said, it's nice and compact. It makes a great little gift. You will need 2 pieces of fabric, and these are 7 inches by 8.5 inches. One is for the outside and one is for the lining. You'll also need a piece of iron-on fusible interfacing, and it is cut the same size, 7 inch by 8.5 inch. You'll need one zipper that is a 7 inch zipper. You'll need a piece of elastic that is 1 inch by 8.5 inch, and then you'll need one 5 by 7 inch notebook. On the back of the fabric for the outside is where you're going to place your fusible iron-on interfacing. Follow package instructions for fusing it on. It will require a hot iron with steam, a damp cloth, and of course make sure you do it on your ironing board and not on your cutting mat. Place your lining fabric front side up. Then take your zipper and have it front side up with it up against the raw edge of your fabric. Take the front side of your fabric for the outside and put it right down on top. And line it up along the edges. Then I suggest you either place pins or use these little clips to hold the fabric pieces together. To make the stitching easier for you, I recommend you use a zipper foot. This is a narrow one. Mine is a 1/4 inch foot. If you have a computerized sewing machine, you should have the option to move your needle either to the left or to the right. I recommend you place your needle to your left side as you're facing your sewing machine. Keep the edge of your zipper foot right on the raw edge of your fabric and then stitch all the way down. After stitching, then pull both pieces away and out like this. So now the back sides of your fabric are together. Finger press the fabric up by the zipper on both the front and back. This next step is real important. Make sure you unzip the zipper part of the way. Now pull the fabric out like this. Take this part of the zipper and bring it up here to the raw edge of your lining fabric. Line that piece of the zipper up there on that raw edge. Take your fabric for the outside and fold it up and line it up on that edge of the zipper. Place pins like you did before. Using your zipper foot, stitch along this edge. After you have finished stitching, you want to go through your fabric for the outside and begin turning it front side out. Now, if you forgot to unzip your zipper, which by the way I have done a few times, you can still reach in there. It's a struggle, but you can still push that zipper open. It'll take you a while, but it's going to make this next step a lot easier. So just turn it front side out. After you've turned it out, you want to make sure that you've placed your fabric for the outside on the inside and you're looking at your lining side. Make sure your zipper is going down right through the middle, so make sure you find the center. Take your elastic piece and insert it underneath the zipper and line it up at the edge up here. Then line up all your edges up here. Place pins to hold the ends closed down here. Still keep your zipper foot on your machine and you're going to stitch just on the outside of this metal piece. So start here, backstitch, go down, backstitch over this elastic piece that's underneath here because it is a stress point and you don't want your stitches to come undone. Continue stitching down here and backstitch. Then go to the other end, repeat, and do the same thing. Trim the seam at each end down to about 1/4 inch wide. Use a pair of scissors or a rotary cutter. I'm just using an old one because I'm going through a lot. I would not use a new blade on this. And then cut the other side. Then on each end of the raw edge, either do a zigzag stitch or some type of a sewing machine overlock stitch so that your edges will not unravel. Now begin turning it front side out. Then take something pointed and begin poking the corners out. And then you can just zip it closed and then just insert it on your book cover. And then you're all done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about it. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching and happy sewing. If you like this video, click on thumbs up and click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button so you can receive email notifications about my latest video. So click on the bell and enter your email address. If you haven't received those email notifications, go to your cell phone or iPad. Click on settings and turn notifications on. This is Manny. So glad you came to my sewing room. See you next time. Bye-bye.